Hey Clean Eaters, Tiffany Prestipino here, and today I am in my kitchen and I would love to talk to you about, what I usually have on hand in my fridge and in my pantries. So, I'm sure you've heard it before, but when you do, you definitely want to have a list of things that you need on hand and try not to go through every aisle like I used to do because then you're more inclined to put garbage in your cart that you probably don't need. Also, never go to the grocery store hungry. That's like rule number one. Always go full so that you're not more inclined to gravitate towards those indulgences that we probably don't need in the house. What else do I want to share with you before we get started? Yes, when you go to the grocery store, shop the perimeter. I definitely always suggest shopping the perimeter first. Fill in your cart with the fruits, the vegetables, whatever milk that you need on hand, the meats, the fish, all of that stuff that is made for our body is typically in the perimeter of the grocery store. And then when it comes to the aisles, just look at your list and see what you need. Number one, it's a time saver, so you're not going mindlessly through every aisle and wasting time. We're all busy, but again, you're going to be less inclined to grab garbage that you don't need. So that's one of my tips. So let's just go ahead. I'll open up my fridge. I went shopping. I'm still, pretty good on food. And then I'll share my pantry of things that I typically have on hand as well. So let's get started. Hopefully I'll go before my fridge starts beeping like an alarm clock, when it's open. So here we go. Okay, so some things that I always like to have on hand. Eggs. Eggs are like number one. So I go to Costco for my eggs because I like their organic brown ones. They're like, I think $6 for 24. So I always have eggs on hand. This week I always usually have 2 sets of eggs because I eat eggs every morning for breakfast. And then I like to hard boil them for snacks too. So I have 12 hard boiled and then I don't know, probably about 12 regular for the week set up there. I have them in separate containers because sometimes I get confused if they're all in the same, and I never want to crack a raw egg if I really wanted to hard. Okay, other things that I got going on. So I always have some kind of fruit. Usually I wash them and put them in containers. This week I didn't because I just didn't. So I've got some blueberries and raspberries up here. I stocked up on Greek yogurt this week at Costco. There's the beep, sorry about that. It'll pass. I like the Light and Fit Greek yogurt. It has 12 grams of protein and only 6 grams of sugar. So I think that's pretty good for a yogurt. So I stacked up on that. That's a great snack to have. It counts as a protein if you're doing the 21-day fix. Or if you want information on that, that completely changed the way I eat. I wanted to try these superfood veggie cakes. So typically me, I'm not really normally a vegetable person. I struggle to get in my 3 servings a day. So I thought, well, I usually cram it in at dinner time, like with a big salad or sides of vegetables. So I wanted to try these veggie cakes, and I'll let you know how they are. Bread. So the only type of bread I typically buy is sprout bread. It's easier on my stomach. I like having peanut butter toast in the morning with some banana slices and 2 eggs. It is like my religious breakfast each and every morning. It just works for me. Gives me energy. I'm not lethargic afterwards. So Costco also sells this angelic bread, which I love, and it's good for you. It's good for your body, and I just keep that in the fridge. Got some guacamole back there, salsa I always have on hand. This is my favorite kind of almond milk. So my whole family's on almond milk. For years, my daughter had a milk allergy, so we made the switch years ago, and I've never gone back. I love it. I always buy myself. Sorry, I'll close that because that's annoying. I'll open it back up. I always buy for myself for like my Shakeology, the unsweetened kind. They have this almond coconut blend that's really good. And then my kids just drink the original almond milk by Almond Breeze, this one. I do have chocolate syrup in here because my son is a chocolate milk fiend, and that's the only way he will get his milk, so I just put a little splash of that in with his almond milk, and he's good. So they're so used to the almond milk, they don't even like regular milk anymore. Okay, what else do we have? I've got grapes in here washed and ready to go. My kids and myself like these little Baby Bell cheeses. These are great snacks. My kids also like the pouches. They also came out with a yogurt one. That is also pretty good. But, what else? Got a bunch of apples in here. We've gone through half of them, but the Honeycrisp, my favorite apple. Then over here, I need to put this away, but I've got, you know, my romaine lettuce, celery, carrots. I always have carrots, celery, and romaine lettuce on hand. Same thing with red onion. I love red onion in my salad, so I make sure I always have one of those. Another great snack, these balanced grapes. Super easy on the go. What else do I have? I've got hummus up here. I also have, let's see, I think that's about it. Hummus and salad dressing. I gotta share with you my favorite salad dressing. It is this brand, and they come in multiple flavors, but it only has like 50 calories and 3 grams of fat for 2 tablespoons, which is roughly what I use. So some of my things in my fridge. Okay, moving on to the pantry. Sorry for that annoying noise. There's no way around it. Also have, you know, bananas over here, avocado, some more red onion, garlic, tomatoes. Into the pantry. I really didn't prep to see what's in here, so I'm sure there's a couple things in here that I'm gonna have to get rid of. So when you go in your pantry, what you're looking for is things that are processed made of white flour, because you're gonna want to get rid of those things. They just don't provide your body with energy, and they'll make you crash. So, you know, regular crackers, regular rice, I'm trying to think, regular pasta, all those things are going to affect the way that you feel. So I always stick with whole wheat products and things that have, you know, fiber and protein in them. But you will see a couple things in here that are naughty, okay? But I keep on hand for when I need it. So cereal, you know, my kids still like cereal every once in a while. Usually they'll eat like egg whites and a waffle for breakfast, or peanut butter banana toast like me. But I do keep some cereal on hand. I only try to buy, you know, Cheerios, because it's got whole grains. It's very low on sugar. My son, of course, threw in like the Special K with strawberries, which that's not terrible, but he only eats the frozen or the freeze-dried strawberries anyway, so that was a waste of money. Goldfish. We do have goldfish. I only buy the whole grain goldfish, again. Cooking spray, Triscuits. Triscuits are actually not bad. You know, if you're like a cracker person and you like having cheese and crackers, I always recommend Triscuits. They actually have some protein in them, and they're made of whole grain wheat, so that's a good one. See, it's a little messy. Okay. See, this is a naughty thing that I had bought when we went apple picking, and we never even used it. It's caramel dip, but that's a good dessert thing for the kids. You know, apples and some of that on there. Old-fashioned oats. This stuff we love for, you know, on the weekends I try to like have a Saturday or Sunday morning where we make a nice breakfast. So my kids love this, the protein pancakes, and then I'll usually put some, you know, dark chocolate and bananas in there to make it a little bit more enticing. I've got honey in here. I do have croutons because my husband will not eat a salad typically without croutons, so I do have them in here. Okay, then I've got some oatmeal. We do love this apple and cinnamon oatmeal by, what is that made? By OatFit. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. So it has 3 grams of protein and 1 gram of sugar and 3 grams of fiber. So I guess it is pretty good, actually. You know, the first ingredient's whole grain rolled oats. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ingredients. So that's something I also recommend, is to stick to less than 10 ingredients for sure. If it could be less than 5, that would be even better. We've got some Healthy Choice soup. My husband bought some of the chunky. I do have some of these in here because my kids are still at, they're toddler and kindergarten age, and they're still a little bit picky with what they eat. So we do have some naughty things like spaghetti and meatballs in here. Okay, chili kit. So I am huge on having food that has flavor, okay? When I first started trying to diet back in like high school and college, I ate the most bland food, and that's why it didn't work, because nothing tasted good, like plain chicken with salt and pepper. Disgusting. So I have to season or marinate like everything that we eat to make it good. So I am like a seasoned packet freak. Okay, anytime they're on sale, I'm like shoving them in my cart. So I like, that's a taco seasoning. I like these Grill Mates tomato, like you just put some water and some oil in there and mix it and let it marinate for at least a half an hour for your chicken or your pork chops or your steak. This one's another good one. So I stock up on these. Is it the best? I don't know, but I need flavor. And I'm still, it's going on the grill. It's still healthy. I always choose lean meats and without skin on the chicken and all that. More Triscuits. Peanut butter is a must. Oh my gosh. So I buy these giant jars from Costco. I probably go through 2 a month just because we eat peanut butter in this house every single day. But I love the Skippy. I've never got into the almond butter one, but I like the regular Skippy chunky version of peanut butter. So here's noodles. I don't make pasta that often, but when I do, I always use whole wheat. So I've got, masticcioli. I've got these noodles for like a beef stroganoff that I make like maybe once or twice a year. And those are good for chicken noodle soup too, actually. Then my daughter likes linguine with like some garlic and olive oil, so I always buy the whole grain one for her. Okay, and then these are like my kid bins up here. So we've got these fruit strips that they love. It's 100% made of fruit. I've got raisins in here. I've got fig bars that are whole grain. These are great for just, snacks and for their lunches. The Kirkland granola bars. Again, not the best, but not the worst. Then you go up here, and we've got donkey chips, which are my favorite tortilla chip. So it has 3 ingredients? Yeah, 3 ingredients. White corn, corn oil, and a trace of lime. These can be found at most grocery stores, and Target, I believe, sells them. But I always buy the unsalted. Once you try them, you'll never go back to, like, if I am at somebody's house and they have Tostitos, like regular tortilla chips, I can't even swallow it because I just taste so much salt, and it makes me I immediately feel like, what's that fish that blows up? A blowfish? That is how I feel. So, donkey chips, highly recommend. Snappy Crisp, my daughter loves these. My son's just starting to dabble into them, but I love them too. They're a great snack. She always requests them for snack time when she gets home from school. Then we've got Skinny Pop. Love Skinny Pop. This is the big bag from Costco as well. So that's a nice, good snack as well. And then we've got the 2 bad things up here. So we've got Rice Krispie Treats, which I sometimes, the kids want for a dessert or a special, treat. And then I've got my Ghirardelli chocolate. I buy the dark chocolate and I try to always buy dark chocolate, but there is some milk chocolate in there as well. But we use those for desserts too, just to square. Because I find if I don't have something in the house, I'm more inclined to, if I have a craving or if it's my time of the month, I'm more inclined to go through a drive-through and buy a big thing of ice cream, a scoop of ice cream. So those are 70 calories a square, and it satisfies my need. After a dinner or whatever, I'll just have one of them and I'm satisfied and I'm done. Okay, last pantry, and then we're done. So sugar, flour for baking. Then I've got down here my Shakeology. Both me and my husband get Shakeology delivered each and every month, so we've always got a surplus, but my kids like to drink it, and I do every day, obviously. I've got my whole grain flour. I've got my dark chocolate almonds, so those I like to put in the protein pancakes. And again, after dinner, I might have, a few of those, like 2 or 3 of those. I also have my gum here as a reminder when I go into this cabinet. Am I really hungry? Do I really need it? Or should I just chew at a piece of gum? That helps me. And then we've got some things up here that I need to throw away. So Nutella, we were gifted those from, I think, a grandparent. My daughter likes to have those for dessert. I didn't buy them, but whatever, I'll keep them. Same thing with this. I should just throw these away because they've been in here for a couple weeks and nobody even had eaten them or wanted them. And then we were also gifted Oreos from a great-grandmother. And I'm going to throw these out because these have been in here for a few weeks as well, and they're probably bad. And we don't need it anyway. So that's my pantry. This is my kitchen. I hope that it helped you when you're planning your week and going grocery shopping. Try and stick to the list as good as you can. And yeah, if you have any questions about any of the food items that I provided or showed you guys, just reach out and let me know. Thanks, guys.